Hello, I'm going to do the Aquarius energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those are maybe meant for someone else. Okay, so we have the Fool. Oh, and we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, look at you. All right. At a crossroads here. Okay, we have the Chariot. We have the Six of Wands, Five of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like you're at a crossroads. I feel that definitely you want some new energy. I feel like you want some new things to come in. Definitely new relationships, new career, new money. I feel like did you have like a recent reset, or you feel like, or you're at that point where you're like, I'm ready for a reset. I'm ready to start something new. I almost feel like you're kind of, I almost want to say like hungering for something new and something different. And I feel that you're not quite ready to take that leap. You're not quite ready to make that decision. And you're kind of standing before it like this Two of Wands, and you're like, okay, which path do I want to go on? Which way do I want to go? I feel that there's definitely a lot of new energy around you with the Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. One thing that I think that is very important here is that you have to realize is that you have to take control of the direction that you go in and be clear about what it is that you want. I feel that it's important to not make a decision until you're ready and until things kind of, I almost feel like things present themselves, and to not rush anything. I feel that the reason why I'm saying that is because we have the Five of Wands, and I feel that you keep going back and forth with something. And I feel like at one time you're like, okay, I want to do this. And then at another time you're like, I don't want to do this. And you may be going back and forth with something, and that can create some confusion. And I feel like it's best for you to kind of wait until things kind of start to fall into place. But I definitely feel that you have to be in control of that forward movement and make sure that you're really feeling like this is the direction that you need to go on. There's something that you have to work on with this Three of Pentacles. Okay. And that kind of explains it, right? There's something, I feel like maybe that's why you're not ready to, that's why you're standing between the two wands and trying to make that choices, because, and I said right here, there's something you have to work on, and then the Eight of Cups was the next card. So it could be that self-doubt, it could be a number of things, but if it resonates with you, then you understand what I'm saying is that there's something that you need to work on, that there's something that you need to leave behind, that you have to deal with that first. Again, Six of Swords, moving on from something. And then we have the Nine of Swords. And then, so this here, three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, and Nine of Swords. There's some anxiety, there's some stress, you're trying to move on. I feel, for some of you, I feel like you're kind of stuck in this energy. It keeps swirling around. You're having that self-doubt. But then once you're able to work through that, we have the Ace of Wands. And I feel like one more. Look at that, Ten of Pentacles. It's all going to work out, but you have to work on this here. And this here is getting down to the bottom and saying, okay, what are these Eight of Cups that I'm holding on to? Why do I feel like something's pulling you back? Something's pulling you back. Something's holding you back. Is it a person? Is it yourself? Is it your environment? I feel that environment is very important, especially when you're trying to, maybe you're trying to get into this new environment, right? This new energy and this new thing, but is your current environment holding you back? Are there triggers that are in your living space? Are there people that are around you that are sort of holding you back or triggering you? Is it certain routes that you take, or is it your job? Or it's really getting down to the basics and figuring out what's triggering you, what's holding you back, and what can you do to change those. Is it driving a different path to work? Is it looking for that new job? And I feel like that's part of this. Is it rearranging things in your living space so that you're not always having like the same, like I've said before, I've totally rearranged my bedroom and it's made a massive difference for me. It's given me a whole new energy. It feels, I didn't buy anything. I just completely moved all of the furniture all around, and I'm like, wow, this really has given me a new outlook. It's giving me a new energy. It's giving me this new feeling. And I feel that sometimes when you just do the littlest things, it's that spark that can push you forward and can motivate you or give you that clarity. So I kind of feel like for you, it's really just figuring out what this Eight of Cups is and saying, okay, what's holding me back? What do I have to look on? And the reason why you're going to attain this Ace of Wands and this Ace of Pentacles. And look at this. We have 3 aces for you. We have Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. It's because you're taking action. You're seeing where the weak spot is, and you're saying, okay, this is what I have to work on. This is what I know I'm holding on to. This is why I feel like I can't embrace this Ace of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles. But it's the taking the action to make the changes that also leads you, right? You take the action to move into this Ten of Pentacles. It's all up to you. You're the one who has to see only you know what's going on. Only you know what this Eight of Cups is. Only you have the power to move forward and move on from it. And also to really look at what this Nine of Swords is and saying, you know, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this energy? What am I worrying about? What am I stressing about? Sometimes we stress about things that we just simply can't control. And we have to learn to say, okay, it is what it is, but I'm not going to stress myself with that. I'm going to try and find other things to focus on and to do. Or if there's something that I can do to relieve some of this anxiety and stress that I have, let me start working on that and let me start doing that. All right, so let's grab numerology card. We have 10, Karmic Completion. I love it. I love it. Sometimes the cards just really surprise me, and I love it. And definitely for you, Karmic Completion, without a doubt, number 10. 10 can be, endings and new beginnings. And definitely for you, we have these new beginnings of the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. And you're completing this cycle, and this may be why you're having such a hard time with trying to move on, is that it's like you're completing this cycle, this pattern that you've been going around and around and around, and you've not been learning and growing from it, and you've not been able to move on from it. It's because you've kept going around. But I feel like this time you really get down to the heart of it, because look at all of these things that are waiting to come in for you. The Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. You have all of this beautiful stuff that wants to come in for you. But you have to complete this cycle, right? You have to be able to walk away from this Eight of Cups in order to move into this new cycle for you. And the reason why you're completing this is because you're realizing, you're seeing what's going on, you're seeing what's holding you back, and you're working on it. You're saying, maybe before you just kind of put band-aids on situations, but this time around you want to complete it and you want to move on because you've had enough of that. And I feel like you can feel this energy that is around you, that is pushing you to go into this new cycle for you. I love it. That's so exciting. All right, let's grab a animal oracle card. This one literally fell out. We have Skunk Spirit. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know that you are worth so much more than having to be stuck in this Nine of Swords and this Eight of Cups. And know that you're the one in charge of making the choices and the decisions and what you surround yourself and those thoughts that you have. And know that you deserve more, that you deserve the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, that you deserve those things. And making those choices and those decisions to push yourself into that. All right, let's get a Star Dragons card. Sometimes we have that self-doubt. Sometimes we feel like things are piling on. Sometimes we feel like we're confused and we're stuck. But we have to figure out, how do I move on from this? How do I remove myself from this? How do I stay motivated and keep going? We have challenge, standing up for your rights. Again, know your worth, standing up for your rights. There's a challenge here. Without a doubt, there is a challenge here that you have to work on. And do you face it and do you work through it, or do you give in, or do you let go from it? Let's grab a... We just had those fall out, so let's go with these. We have fire. Let go of emotional upheaval. Okay, so that goes with that. And embrace the renewal of the present with all of your aces, right? Emotional upheaval. What does that emotional upheaval represent for you? What does that mean for you? And then we have devil. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. I feel like it's that temptation to fall back into old ways and to not complete this karmic situation that you're going in. That sometimes it's easier to fall back into old ways and be miserable rather than trying to pick ourselves up and push ourselves forward. And I feel like that's what you have to be careful of, because there's so much energy here that wants to push you forward. And I almost feel like it's trying to show you, how badly do you want this to happen? How badly do you want to move on from this? And it's a challenge, but the thing is, when you move on the other side, you've completed one thing, but also being proud of yourself for saying, hey, I stepped up to the plate. I made the effort. I made the changes that needed to be changed. And I didn't give in and let it overwhelm me. So I feel like that's definitely something that you need to be proud of. And it's learning things on so many different levels for you. Okay, so I feel like let's grab a Wisdom of the Oracle. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. So we have exchanging gifts. I feel like it's that back and forth. I also feel like, I kind of feel like it's rewarding yourself for those little things that you've done and saying, hey, I'm really proud of myself. And kind of giving yourself, exchanging the gifts with yourself. I feel like it doesn't mean that it has to be something big. It could just be, if you like, I don't know, like flowers, right? So for me, I give myself little gifts. So I buy some flowers and I have them on my counter and I see them every day, and it makes me so happy and it makes me feel proud because I've done something, I've accomplished something. So I reward myself with that little gift, and it's flowers, and it makes me feel good and it boosts my energy. So I feel like the exchanging gifts is to reward yourself for all of those actions that you take, and to show yourself that you're proud of yourself. It's just a way to boost yourself. I feel that it's, as I've said before, it's always like those tools that you have in your tool chest that you can break out, that you can use, that can help you when you're struggling. And if there's a little something that you can do for yourself that helps you, that boosts you, that makes you feel better, then I say go for it, you know, or treat yourself. Maybe you haven't gone out to eat in a while, so you treat yourself to your favorite restaurant, or you take a car ride to the beach or something and you walk along the beach. Maybe that's something that, I just feel like it's rewarding yourself for your good work. Like, you don't need to get that from someone else. You can do that for yourself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.